I'm sitting here right now and reporting to you. I was at home, and actually I was going to give this out a little bit earlier, but then I was so busy to get out, to get out to my trailer here to see, that I get my work done. But do you guys know and realize what that means? Mandatory testing. So with these swipes, first I would be kind of scared to do that because maybe they are exposed to COVID and they was just sealed in some paper zip bags or however, they bring them over here and put them in boxes, and then they do the swipe in my nose or my mouth or wherever, and then do I actually catch that because the virus is still on there? And how long actually the virus is surviving on any surface, they do not know that. So that means getting swiped for the testing for coronavirus, and then I am and my family are still very healthy. We don't have any issues, and honestly, I have no one in my family or in my closer friendship and surroundings who actually have the coronavirus. So, and like I said, we do a lot of, stuff, to try to keep us healthy. The same with, my video clip I put out for you guys where I explained that the virus is very heat sensitive. And you know it by now that it is the truth because we have heard it from Dr. Fauci, from the CDC, and from other doctors that actually the virus is heat sensitive. So for us, we're still doing the steaming with hot water, and we put some wick in it or some other ingredients, and then we do it once or twice a day. We take a lot of vitamin D and also a lot of vitamin C to keep us healthy, but that's the other story. So back here on the mandatory testing on people, if they're doing that mandatory and they have not your data yet, because you have to give your ID, you have to give your driver's license and your name and your address, because how you want to get the results? How did you get the results out of you? That means, do they call you? I don't think so. They will write you maybe, and then they'll let you know. Or maybe they stay in front of your door and say, hey, you have a coronavirus, you have to stay, for 14 days inside, and, what we do already for over weeks. And honestly, I get so tired about that. Cannot see my family anymore, my grandchild, my children, nothing. We cannot go to nowhere. The spring just passed, with all the nice days, and we're just sitting on the balcony and looking downstairs, where we think, oh, it's a nice day. Actually, I feel like going, to the beach or to a lake or whatever, to the pool. But anyhow, if we all get swiped or we get blood tests through our finger, you know what that means, people, yeah? I don't have to explain it here, or do I have to explain it? Because I have the feeling sometimes people are so brainwashed and they do not see the whole picture. If you give your blood or if you give your saliva with a swab, you know what it means, you give your DNA. So they have all the DNA with your address, with your name, with every data they need, and they will put it, in a data bank. And everyone who is not there yet, it's the same with those little letters you get out, wherever state you are, where you have to do once in a year or twice in a year. You get something, it says, to the residents from apartment blah blah blah, or this and this home, you have to fill this out just to help, it is for statistic purpose or whatever they're claiming. And if you're not doing, they're sending somebody out, and they help you filling this out. That's another way actually, to control and see how much people are living at some areas, living in an apartment, living in a home, if there is family member involved, yada, 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 all this. But if you do this by yourself, you go to CVS Pharmacy, you go to Walmart, to Walgreens, to all those big connected companies, and you think, I want to know, I have this urge to see, if I have the coronavirus, because I'm so tired and I don't know, maybe I have a little sniffles, I have an allergy, I'm coughing a little bit, and everybody is getting scared because they put all this scare tactics and brainwashed thoughts from the social medias, in your brain, and you get brainwashed already over weeks and months. Then you freely, with your free will, you give your DNA away, and the DNA will be kept in a data bank. Goodness gracious. And who do not agree with it, and who do not let them put the swipe, or, give a little blood, or you also want to be so grateful and go and donate your plasma. That's another way actually to get your DNA. Because they're collecting the data on you. So my friends, I think the most who have done it already, you are already screwed. You are already screwed. And they can do whatever they want to do when they do have your DNA. You get me on this? You hear what I'm saying? You give freely out your DNA samples to them. Because you are scared you have the coronavirus. It came to me a couple of days ago where I was thinking, do you do that? No, I'm not. Forsake not. I'm not giving anybody any of my body fluids, my blood or my saliva or whatever, to collect my DNA. What they want to look up in the DNA, if I'm 100% Aries, 100% white, Caucasian person, or might be if there's something else in it. Because with all this religious stuff, what is going on right now, with all those beliefs, with all those things that are going on in the Middle East, with Damascus and Baghdad and Syrian and Jerusalem and Israel and whatever, and I cannot really get all those countries right now together. But do you get that? Do you get that? If you might be not white, if you might be not clear in your DNA, what does it mean? Will there do something to get you out of the 100% blue bloodline? I don't know, my friends, with all this stuff, what is going on, I am on this part right now, in this stage right now, where I think to myself, Gabriela, please keep your mind together. Keep your thoughts together, focus on interested things. There's a lot of going on, and also a lot of disinformation and misinformation, and we really have to be very, very careful. I received, just a short thing I will mention here, I received from someone I know already over years, and this person actually sent it to me via email, a very disturbing video clip from a woman who is North Korean, and she have done this and secretly, and she said, if you would know the mentality of the North Korean people, or maybe all of those people who come from, overseas, China or South Korean, or I don't want to put the Japanese people too much in that, they have their own beliefs. But if you go with all those, and she said, if you would know how the North Korean people, how their mentality is, that they're working, they have their responsibility to their people. And they're for sure, it's a communistic, country. So, these are communistic countries, and they are be raised under a certain different level, of responsibilities, what people have to do and not to do, as we are free. We can think free. Oh, that's what we thought for a while, that we are free and that our amendments, are still intact and be, actually, how I can say it, still be in place, and we can say what we want to say, or we can post what we want to say. But that's a different story. That's a different video clip I would have to make one day. But she said, and she claimed, Kim Jong-un is already dead, and he is already dead for over a week. And they keep it secretly because they're not really agree with his will, which he put out, that his sister will take over the country. Women are not treated that good, in those Asian, countries and communistic party, countries. They are very bad, getting very bad dictated from men. And this, is another story, which I might be go deeper in, one day. But she said he is dead because, if you would know that he actually would have attended his grandfather's anniversary, then he never would stay away from it. He would always come out and would attend that. So with that said, and I was giving out this information, and I thought it was right. I still believe that she is right, but my video clip was very badly and very quick censored, and it disappeared. And I get very strange messages from some areas where I do think that have something to do with the agents, with the government, FBI. I'm not so sure, I don't want to say anything too much here. But the messages are really clear to me, to stop what you're doing. But I'm not stopping, I tell you that. I don't want to get swept. I do not give my blood for any DNA collections. If they're doing it, if they put all this in a little chip, then where they say, when they have all your data collected and they have your DNA collected, and they put all those on a little chip, and then they start vaccinating those people, or they said, they have to put the chip inside of your hand and your body and your neck, wherever you want to put it, which they have done already with some workers in the United States and a different state, then they have already all your data. There is nothing, you cannot hide to nowhere. That will work like a GPS, that, like when you go somewhere and you think, I can hide in the woods, I can run to the mountains, whatever you want to do, whatever even happen, they will find you. They will find you, they will locate you, they know what you're doing. And if you try to go to your bank account, if you try to go shopping or whatever it is, you're not able to do that. Because if you're not shipped by then, and you have not the ship in yourself, I think they will be able to collect and give those data about you to police station, to other agents, and they will find you. They will find you. And if they have you shipped already, if you have already this microchip in your body, you cannot run away anymore, because they will find you with their drones and with their technology they use and using, and then you're out of luck. Okay, I cannot make this too long here, because I know they will not let me upload it if it is too long. It was happened already to me before, so I have to stay in this 15 minutes limit, which I already oversee, but it doesn't matter. This is just something I was going, it urged myself to bring it out to you guys. And I'm not coming out here to claim anything what is not the truth. I'm not fear-mongering. I'm not scaring anybody. But you guys, you are the one. If you go and get the swab, if you give your finger blood, if you get your donation, because they say, it is donations, for those people with the coronavirus and the very sick people. If you believe that and you do that by your own, you're already screwed, because your DNA will be put into a data bank. You can believe me on that. I'm Maybe some people call me crazy, maybe think, you know, some people say I'm overthinking certain things, but I think I do not. I think I'm very clear-minded right now at this moment here, and I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I can only urge you, if you are not sick, if you feel fine, if you're good, if you even if you have a little cough or a sniffle, whatever, you have allergies, it doesn't mean you have the coronavirus. Don't let those people, you know, drive you crazy with all this brainwashing TV advertisement. Wash your hands, stay away, all this what goes on, you know, and after every, you know, commercial that popped in like that, and then, you know, your mind is going to collect it as data in your brain, and from your brain it goes in other areas, you know, where you start thinking, oh, maybe it is, maybe it is not, is it good, is it bad, whatever. People, my friends, my viewers, don't do it. Stay away from it. Don't do the swiping on yourself. Don't give your blood anymore. If they want donations, then go to the politicians. Go to all those medical workers. Go to all the doctors who agree with all that what is going on, and go to the politician. Let Trump and Vice President Pence donate their blood plasma and see. Do you have heard that they're doing things like that? I never have heard about it, but they try to get everyone else on the track, right? To do and donate and whatever it is. If it is money, donate here, donate there. But you know, nobody have the money right now to donate anywhere. So you be aware of it. I love you all. This was something I had to bring out. Please share it with everyone. Please think about it, you know, for a minute. And don't think, you know, I'm crazy. I'm a little crazy, I know that. But I know exactly what I'm talking about. And all this is a bigger reason. There is a bigger picture all behind that. Don't do it freely. Okay, my friends, I love you all. Thank you for coming. I hope I can upload it. Otherwise, you know, I have to cut something out of it or make 2 videos out of it. So I split them in 2.5 so that it can be uploaded. Otherwise, you know, it's a hassle. Okay, my friends, I love you. Watch the cell phone users. See you to another day, another time. And to stay healthy. Bye-bye. Love you all.